Okay. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to our team Zoom. My name is Harlequin Murray. I am your co-host here tonight, as I usually am every Monday night. For those of you who are joining us here for the first time, welcome. We're glad you've joined us, and we're looking forward to getting to know you. This Zoom is intended for people who are on Ellen Winn's team. And invited guests, people who that we have other people that are in other teams from DAC that are welcome to join us. But anyways, what I'm going to do is, for those of you who don't know Ellen, just kind of give you a little bit of her background. She lives in Dallas, Georgia, where she grew up. She grew up on the family farm in the house across the street from where she lives now. And Dallas is just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. But she has a very strong background in the restaurant industry, where she worked with Domino's Pizza for many years, doing training and area director or manager. I always mess that one up. But anyway, she worked her way up in Domino's, working with several different locations. And she ended up deciding to go and start her own business and became an entrepreneur and business owner, and had a couple of different pizza restaurants that she started from scratch. She also has a very strong background in training. Like I said, she was in the network marketing arena. Somebody told her about that type of industry, and she absolutely fell in love with it. And whenever I met her, she was the national training director for a network marketing company. And that was about 18 years ago now. And we've been friends ever since. She's been with DAC for 5.5 years now, and has a very large organization. And she is my personal sponsor and personal friend. So without further ado, Miss Ellen, why don't you go ahead and take it away?
I will, Harlequin. Thank you. I'm sorry I'm sitting here typing. I've got a client that just texted their flight is delayed. I've got drivers on trips tonight and trying to do a last minute fix.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Ellen owns a limousine company as well. So she's got people, as she said, picking up people all over the city. So
You got it. Okay, I'm muting my phone. I'll just have to wait and see if he replies. Oh, I don't want it on airplane mode. Here we go. Mute. All right, welcome everybody. So glad you're here. We've got some good stuff for you tonight. I'm going to go through some of our basic intro, and then we're going to do some role plays. We're going to train on three-way calling tonight. We're going to do several different role plays. So let me get us into screen share mode and get that kicked off. Seeing my slides on the screen there. Yeah, awesome. Okay. All right. I love talking about DAC and how our business is simple and risk-free. We give you the upside of business ownership without any risk whatsoever. DAC, for those of you that don't know, we're an 8-year-old company based out of Michigan. And for the first 8 years of our business, we've been laying the groundwork, building the foundation, have had tremendous success records so far, and we've been profitable every year. So we're now evolving into phase 2, and that gives you a prime position in our company to be on the front end of that, to take advantage of massive growth that we are beginning to see. If you're a self-starter and self-motivated, then you've got the ability to make a significant side income or turn it into a full-time income here with DAC. You're not in business you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're here under the protection of the DAC umbrella, where they've got all the licensing, all the customer support, all the agent support, all the product support, everything. They even handle payroll and pay us directly. We are just the marketing arm of the company out here, building the marketing and distribution team of the company. Now, you can earn a significant income by getting personal clients. And that's going to be the first thing that you want to do right out of the gate, because your commission eligibility is going to be dependent on you getting some customers yourself, right? There's some base customers that you've got to get to be qualified in the pay plan after your first 90 days. And I'm going to touch on that real quick as well. But if you really want to amplify your income, then we recommend that you do team building. It's real simple to refer out our business to other affiliates who want to make money on their own under the protection of the DAC umbrella. You're just introducing them. If they decide it's a good fit, they sign up and you can get paid on what they do. But talking about team building, let's go through the top recruiters for the week. We had for the week of 219 through 225, we have a few that are here on the leaderboard. First place, in a significant first place there, is Terry Sneed. Congratulations, Terry. Terry had 22 new agent recruits for the week. Way to go. In second place, we had Gregory Wilson. Way to go, Gregory. That's a big second place number with 10 new recruits for the week. So congratulations to you. In third place, we had Anthony Janis with 3 new recruits. And in fourth place, we had a 3-way tie with Alyssa Balido, Jason Diaz, and Mark Politi, each with 2 new recruits. To be named on the leaderboard, you had to have at least 2 recruits or more. All in all, we had 24 agents on the team who had at least 1 new recruit. Now, if you're not on the leaderboard this week, but you've had conversations with people about our opportunity, it's just a matter of time before you too will be recognized on our top recruiter list here. Okay. So staying up to date on services is going to be key for you to be able to get customers, right? You need to be a pro and know what you're talking about. You don't have to be an expert, as we will demonstrate here in just a few minutes on our role plays, but you do need to know the latest up-to-date information about our services, or you need to be connected to someone in your upline who is in the know, so that when you have an opportunity to talk to a client or prospect, then you're giving them correct information. Our websites stay updated, but there are little intricacies behind the scenes that you may not be aware of if you don't stay plugged in. So what our upcoming training is for the week: on Tuesday, we've been doing healthcare training with Jake every single week. And after some conversation about healthcare, and now we've got our RX program, it's kind of a hard pull as to which one we want to lead with. So we're going to leave Tuesdays to an opportunity to have healthcare discussions or RX discussions, but I think you're going to start hearing some examples of what's been going on in the field and hear from some agents who are having some success, maybe some interview type scenarios. So you want to make sure you plug in on those. 11:30 Eastern time at daczoom.com. If you can't be there, all of these are recorded and I send it out to the team, plus it's available on our YouTube channels. But tomorrow we're going to be having that conversation, I believe, about healthcare still. Then Wednesday, we're changing up the funding training a little bit with what Wade has going, but it's still going to be funding on Wednesday. So you want to make sure you plug into that. And then Friday, this week, we should have a big agent update. In fact, this last Friday, we had a big agent update because our fundraising page went live on the RX plan. We'll talk about that in a minute too. So let's talk real quick again about building your DAC income through personal client acquisition and being able to earn on your team. Okay. Because here's the key. Like I said, you've got to go get personal clients. Now, I went through this last week, but I put it into a little bit easier to follow progression tonight. So I'll show these slides and you can do screenshots if you want. But there are 3 main triggers in our compensation plan for you to be eligible to earn on your team. You're always going to earn on your personal clients, no matter what. Every time you get a personal client, you're eligible to earn. And you'll get paid on your personal clients. But to earn on a team, if you're recruiting, hey, you top recruiters, hope you're paying attention here, because there's some triggers that are going to make you eligible or not in the comp plan. Okay. So these 3 triggers are key. The first trigger that you need to write down is the number 50. And the number 50 means you simply have to have at least $50 in personal client revenue to be qualified as a qualified agent and eligible to earn on your team. Here in the compensation document, you can see you can earn 3 levels deep in overrides if you have at least 50. If you do not have any personal customer revenue, then you're not eligible to earn on your team. Okay, so this is the first trigger for you to have 50 personal revenue points per personal revenue dollars. Okay, client revenue. The next trigger you need to know is about your enroller match. Your first 90 days as an affiliate, you're automatically qualified to earn an enroller match of 10% up to 50%. But after 90 days, you have to be at 200 personal residual revenue or personal client revenue, okay, to be eligible to earn that enroller match. That enroller match on residuals, you can earn 20 to 50% match of what your personally sponsored agents make, or on bonuses. If you have 200 in personal client revenue, then you can earn a 10% override or a 10% enroller match, even if you've never had and I left that off, even if you've never had a bonus client or a funding, you can still earn that enroller match as long as you have 200 or more in personal client revenue. Again, you're qualified your first 90 days, but once 90-day clock hits, you've got to have 200 personal customer revenue to be able to earn your enroller match. The third trigger is 1,000. So now we've got 50 as the first trigger, 200 as the next trigger, and 1,000 as the big trigger. And this is a long-term trigger, okay? The 1,000 is our 7-level bump up. This extra incentive bonus allows you to earn an extra 20 to 50% on your 7-level pay for life. So if you have 2,000 agents in your 7 compressed level pay, whatever they make, if you qualified at 1,000 minimum personal client revenue points in your first 12 months, then you're eligible for a bump up. Here's an example. Let's say that you earned $3,000 this month on your 7-level residual compensation. If you were qualified for the 7-level bump up, you would earn 3,000 times the 20% extra bump up, which is $600 extra. So in total, you would make $3,600. The standard 3,000 plus an extra 20% bump up for another $600, so $3,600 extra. Okay, so that number could be, I'm using a very small example on what those numbers could be over time with our RX plan, our healthcare plans on the residual side, and more services to come, but also some large groups since we just launched our fundraiser program. So those numbers could be significant. So don't take it lightly. Now, this is a time-sensitive bonus, and I want to bring it to everybody's attention, and I'll keep doing this every week because we have people pop in that haven't been active in a long time. If you started with DAC on or before May of last year, then you have an artificial 12-month timeline, and that was set by David when we first launched this promotion. You have until May 31st of this year, so 3 months away. You have until then to get your 1,000 to hit that 7-level bump up bonus. If you signed up after May 31st of last year, then your deadline is your natural deadline. It's just 12-month anniversary of your start date. So this 7-level bump up is here to stay, just clarifying what those timelines are for qualifying purposes based on when you started with DAC. Okay, and the last trigger is really not so much a trigger, but it's really the foundation and core building block of our company. If you're team building and you're wanting duplication in your team, first we got to teach everybody the triggers, the 50 points, the 200 points, and getting to 1,000 to hit that 7-level bump up, right? But the core building block is getting yourself to team trainer. And as you work towards getting to team trainer, that's getting you closer to your 200 in personal client revenue anyway, but team trainer means that you have a minimum of 100 personal client revenue, and you have 3 frontline agents that you've introduced to the company. And between those 3 teams, you have a total team revenue of 250 in revenue points, okay, with a 40% max rule on one leg. All right, so that's covered in detail in the compensation plan. I just want to bring this to your attention as a reminder and get you guys thinking about that, because we really need to be having this conversation with every new agent that starts. When they get started, they need to know they need to get customers, right? They got a 90-day window where they're eligible for overrides, but if they don't go get customers, they're not going to get paid on what the team does, and certainly not going to get paid on their own if they don't have their own customers, right? So start thinking about these basics of our compensation plan. But tonight, I want to talk about the trust, respect triangle as we lead into 3-way call conversations, okay? The trust, respect triangle works like this. Here you are at the top of the triangle. You have a prospect that is interested in becoming an agent or one of our services, right? And if you have a close relationship with that prospect, they may not see you as a DAC expert, right? They may know you from working together in the past, or maybe your neighbor or friend or family member. So they don't have that business relationship with you. But they trust you because you have that personal relationship. They know that you're not going to get them involved in something bad or a scam. They have that trust relationship with you. What you don't have is the expert experience in their eyes, right? So that's where this trust respect triangle brings in an expert or a third party on a 3-way call to be the expert and to be the one to edify you. You're going to edify the expert, and then you've got an expert that your prospect will respect if you do a good job of edification. And we're going to go through that edification process in just a minute. So the prospect trusts you as the agent, the referring agent, and they're going to respect your expert based on how you introduce the expert. So you wouldn't want to say, hey, Joe, listen, I'm going to get my friend Harlequin on the phone. She probably knows a lot more than I do and can answer any questions that you have. Okay, that's a true statement. Harlequin knows more, but did you build Harlequin up and tell who Harlequin is in the process, right? So that Joe respects Harlequin, right? That's the important piece. So to do proper edification, if I were the new agent and I'm working with Harlequin as my team leader, then if I'm going to use her on the phone, I would say something like this. Hey, Joe, listen, you've asked some questions. They're great questions, but I'm new and I don't want to give you the wrong information. So if it'd be okay, I would like to get my friend and field trainer on the line with us. Her name is Harlequin Murray. She's been involved with David Allen Capital for several years now. She's had tremendous success. She's been agent of the month several times. And I know she's highly respected by the whole corporate team at DAC, and she can answer any questions that you have. Okay, that would be my edification of Harlequin, for an example. So let's get into this. I want to, actually, I don't even want these slides anymore. That's the trust respect triangle, and that's what we need going into this. So now we're just going to do some face-to-face conversations. Okay, first off, Pam, are you on and able to unmute yourself where you can be our prospect in this?
Yes.
Yes, there you are. Awesome. Okay, so Harlequin and I talked to Pam a little bit earlier, and we're going to have her as our first prospect. Harlequin, I'm going to let you lead this call. I'm going to be the team lead expert. Harlequin is going to come on and be the newer agent that's looking for a third party expert. And let me say this too, you don't necessarily have to be new. Again, if you have a relationship with someone, even though Harlequin is an expert at DAC because she knows everything about the company and the business and the services, If she's talking to someone and wanting to recruit them into the business, it would behoove her to do a three-way call introducing me so that other person is hearing from somebody else that's having success in DAC. But in this example, I'm going to be the expert. Harlequin is going to be the agent doing an introduction, and Pam is going to be our prospect. Harlequin, I'll let you lead that call as to what it is that Pam's going to be asking about. Okay, so I'm going to answer the phone. Ring, ring.
Hey, Ellen, this is Harlequin. Do you have a minute?
I do. How are you?
Okay, I'm doing fabulous. Well, Ellen, I have Pam Warnock on the line. She is a friend of mine, and she and I have been talking about her potentially becoming an agent with DAC. She's super go-getter and very business savvy, and I'm super excited to have her find out more about DAC. But Pam, I wanted to introduce you to Ellen. She's a very good friend of mine as well. She is one of the top leaders in DAC and has been with the company for, gosh, almost 6 years now. And she can answer some of the questions that I may not be able to answer. So, Ellen, can you kind of give Pam an outline about DAC and answer a couple of questions that she had?
I can. Hey, Pam, how are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Well, thank you for that introduction, Harlequin. Pam, you may or may not know this about Harlequin, but she's also one of the top leaders with DAC, and I know she doesn't like to toot her own horn, but you're in great hands working with her. But let me ask you, before I start talking about DAC, can you tell me what you have seen? Have you been to our partner page? Have you seen the presentation by our CEO and founder, David Rutz?
No, I haven't. I have just had a friend tell or Harlequin tell me about it, and I'm on the Zoom tonight trying to learn a little bit more and find out if this is a fit for me.
Okay, great. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate your interest in what we're doing. I could give you a presentation over the phone, but it would probably take me 30 minutes and I may not cover all of the details of it. So I really like for prospective agents or affiliates to go to our partner page and watch the video presentation there. That way you're not only hearing like you would over the phone, but you're also being able to see some demonstrations that David does. And again, he's the CEO of the company, so you're hearing from the horse's mouth what DAC is all about. But real quick before, I don't not want to present to you, but just a little bit of my experience with the company. I got started in June of 2018. And I've been working DAC very part-time over the first few years. Then when COVID hit, I had the opportunity to really start focusing on DAC, and I've had tremendous growth in the business. I have probably one of the largest teams in the company, if not the largest team in the company. And we're just really looking for sharp individuals like yourself who see this. Harlequin introduced you as a go-getter, and someone like you could really come in and plug into our simple to follow system. If you're willing to talk to people and you're willing to follow our system and get clients, then the sky is the limit for what you can achieve here. But DAC is real. I was first attracted to DAC when I saw a couple of my friends do a live video on Facebook, and they were telling me how they had just helped a client get funding that they weren't able to get at the bank. That's our primary flagship product, business funding. They were telling their story about that, and they said in return they got paid a check with a commission in it. When I saw that, I sent them a message and I'm going, what are you guys up to? And they quickly responded back. They sent me to a web page, which I'm referring you to. And I watched the video there and was totally sold on what DAC's mission is all about. So that would really be the best starting point for you, is to go watch that presentation. Harlequin, do you have your link to the partner page and can send that out to Pam?
Absolutely.
Okay. And Pam, is text or email or messenger going to be better for Harlequin to send that link through?
I think email would be better, but I do have a question about DAC. Harlequin was telling me that you have funding, but that you're rolling out some new program as well with healthcare. Can you talk just a second about that? Let me know what those are.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you asked, because that is really my biggest passion about what we're doing right now. And that is, we have a new healthcare division that launched in August of last year. And then in November of last year, we added on a very unique pharmacy program. So we've got a healthcare program that you can market without having to have health insurance license. You can get paid just by simply being a referral agent, and our healthcare is amazing. I have it for myself. You can market it to individuals or any size group. So there's no limit to who we can market it to. As long as they're between the ages of 18 and 65, our healthcare is potentially a big money saver for those folks. And then our flat fee RX program, we have a unique relationship with a nationwide pharmacy, and we're really making an impact by helping people save money on pharmacy. If they're spending more than $20 a month on prescription drugs, chances are we can help them save money each and every month. But again, those details are going to be covered in that business presentation. David goes into more detail in that, if that was enough to answer your question and pique your interest on that.
And let me confirm, this is free, right? I don't have to pay anything up front?
To be an agent? Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. Our business is free. We don't have any fees for your websites. We provide you all the technical tools that you need. You just need to make an investment of your time. And if you want to do printed material or any of that marketing, then that would be on your dime. But everything else, the basics that you need to be successful, the customer support, agent support, even field trainers like myself and Harlequin out here helping you be successful, all of that's provided to you for free. You see, DAC doesn't make any money unless you make money. And David will say, we won't make a dime until you've made $1. I love that about our business model. So you're never in a position to where you're going to be taken advantage of because somebody's making money off of you, bringing you into a business. We're here to help you succeed.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Okay, so Harlequin, you can check with Pam before you guys hang up to make sure that you've got the best email for her. And I look forward to seeing your name come through our team roster. We do weekly calls every week, Pam, and Harlequin will be your frontline support person, but I'm always here too. I work with my entire organization. If people are committed and ready to make this happen, I'm here to help as well. So really nice meeting you. I look
Nice
forward to
meeting you. Great.
Sure.
Thanks. I'm really excited about starting. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know Harlequin a little better and know you and continue on this business and learn more about it.
Awesome. Well, so good to talk to you. All right. Thank you. You take care now.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ellen.
You bet.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Great job, ladies. Great job.
And I will say, pretty please have your people watch the partner video before you do a three-way call.
Yes. Yes. Hey, and let me say another
Pam
thing.
threw me under the bus on that one.
No, I thought this would be a common question.
And it is a lot of times.
I'm trying to drive it home.
Yeah, agents will get on the line before they've seen the presentation, and that's exactly right. So that's the purpose of doing this role play. And another thing, when we started it off, I didn't give time to set the platform, but Harlequin did the right thing by saying, hey, have I caught you at a good time, or do you have a couple of minutes? But ideally, if you know that you're going to do a three-way call, you want to do a text message or call and say, hey, have you got a minute? I've got somebody on the line right now, because a three-way call may take 5 or 10 minutes conversation time. So you want to do that and pre-schedule it, a few minutes ahead of time so that whoever you're using on the phone is going to be in a quiet place to be able to do the call with you. Okay. So great job to both of you. Okay. Now I want to see if anybody else would like to volunteer to be the prospect for either healthcare or our flat fee RX program, where we're talking to you about becoming a customer, or funding. One of those three: funding, healthcare, or RX. you're looking at the service, you're looking at coming on as a customer, and we would love to have you participate. Anybody, just raise your hand. Go to the reactions there and you can raise your hand. We'll still do, Harlequin will be the one asking the questions. You're just asking the questions about the service as if you were going to sign up with us. Oh, come on. We got a shy group tonight. Nobody's going to participate. Let's see. I see some folks out there who definitely could. All right, we'll do another one. Let's do what you want to do this time, Harlequin.
Let's do the funding.
All right, we're going to do funding. And you lead the call on what's happened. Pam, are you able to participate again?
Yes,
Since
and
we
I won't
have
throw Harlequin under the bus this time.
Awesome. All right, so
Appreciate
ring,
that.
ring, ring. Hello. Well, wait a minute. I don't answer the phone saying hello. When my phone rings, I'm going, this is Ellen, or good afternoon, this is Ellen. I always answer with a business tone, right? If it's Harlequin, I might say, hey, Harlequin, what's happening? Because she's in my phone, but I'm going to answer like I normally would. Good afternoon, this is Ellen.
Hey, Ellen, this is Harlequin, and I just wanted to confirm, do you have a couple of minutes? I've got somebody who is interested in getting some funding, and they have some questions for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, Ellen, just to let you know, I have Pam Warnock on the line. She owns a business here in town, and she is looking to get some funding, and she had a couple of questions that I wasn't quite sure how to answer. So I wanted to see if you could help us out. And Pam, just to let you know, Ellen is one of my business partners. She is been with the company for over 5.5 years now and knows this business inside and out. She's done multiple fundings, and she can answer just about any question that you can think of. So I'm going to let you go ahead and take it over and go for it, Miss Ellen.
Awesome. Hey, Pam, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Well, tell me a little bit about your business and what you're looking for.
I have a pet grooming business and I'm looking to expand it into like a doggy daycare and am
Awesome.
looking for funding to do that. My average monthly salary is about 60,000 a month, or of revenue is about 60,000 a month, and I'm looking to get about 25 to 30. And Harlequin told me a little bit about the funding platform, a little bit about the qualifications, but just wanted to hear a little bit more since I'm not really familiar with DAC. Wanted to make sure that this is the direction I need to go.
Sure, sure. Well, I appreciate the questions, and so far, based on what you're telling me, with your 60,000 a month in revenue, and you're looking for about half that, are you operating through a business checking account, Pam?
Yes, I am.
And how long have you been in business?
4 years.
Okay, awesome. Well, you're doing great. If you're ready to expand and extend your business after 4 years, you're doing phenomenal. And I see the healthcare or not healthcare, pet care is just growing leaps and bounds, right? Because everybody got a pet during COVID, and we love our four-legged friends. So congratulations to you on that. So a little bit about DAC, and you may or may not have heard this, but DAC is one of the largest funding platforms in North America. By largest funding platforms, what that means is that we have relationships with all of the top lenders. In fact, we have over 50 lenders that are in our network. And when you apply with us as a funding client, then we're going to take your application. We're going to do a soft FICO pull so it won't hurt your credit. And we just need simple documentation. We just need 3 months bank statements. We need a business copy of your voided business check and a copy of your driver's license. And then we're going to keep your file in-house with our internal team, and we're going to submit that out to give all of our top lenders an opportunity to bid and compete for your file and for your business. So by going through us, you're going to be guaranteed to get the absolute best offer available in the marketplace outside of banking, right? We're not a bank. If you can qualify for funding at your bank, we encourage you to do that. You're going to get a better rate there because the banks always want collateral. We don't ask for any collateral whatsoever. So that's how our process works. It's typically same day or next day turnaround, as long as we get the documentation in pretty quickly. And once you accept an offer, then we can have that money in your account pretty instantaneously. We'll send it over to you via ACH or wire transfer, and you'll have those funds ready to go. So what question did you have outside of getting a better understanding of who DAC is?
Who will I be speaking with if you're working with a lot of other companies? Who will be the contact person for me? Will it be DAC direct, or will it be one of the other lenders?
That's a great question. So once you do the application and complete upload of documents, you'll get a confirmation screen on your computer. And also, once that confirmation screen is present, then you should check your email. You'll get an email from our internal team. It'll be from our submission team and our partners at Bank Breezy. And that email is going to have your contact person's name and, of course, their email address. So once you're connected with them, they'll be the lending agent that is working your file all the way through to making the offer to you. We may have our senior funding director reach out and make the offer. Typically he does, but you'll be contacting and working directly with our agent internally until you get the funding offer. And then once you accept an offer, then you'll be signing off on documentation with the actual lender. So again, we've got about 50 of them in the mix. And out of those 50, whichever one brings back the best offer and you say, yes, this looks good, then you'll do your final documentation with that lender. They'll be the ones that are sending you the money. But our team is holding your hand all the way through getting you to those final stages.
Okay. And what's the interest rate that I would be paying?
Well, that's a great question. I hear this all the time, Pam. We don't specifically talk about interest rates. We talk more of a payback factor, right? So let's say that you borrow let's say you borrow 20,000, keep it in easy round numbers, okay? Your payback is going to be between 1.19 and 1.49 typically of the amount that you qualify to borrow. 1.19 would be the lowest rate. So take 20,000 times 1.19, and that will be your multiplier factor and total payback amount. I really can't tell you specifically how much it would be because every file is unique. Every client is unique based on, we're going to look at multiple things. We're going to look at what your revenue is, what your average daily balance is. Are you bouncing any checks? How many deposits do you have coming in? Do you have any other loans out there? So all of that financial picture is part of the equation. And the bottom line is our lenders will be the one that dictate what the payback is. Kind of like, you see all of these credit card rates out there in the marketplace. We've got 0% interest for 18 months and rates starting as low as 9.9% for qualified borrowers. But that 9.9% on the credit card rate could go up to 28.9, depending on your credit and all the things that they see in your financial history. Well, that's the way our lending works. And again, the individual lender that makes an offer on your file would be the ones that would dictate those terms. All of that will be disclosed to you clearly on paper before you have to accept anything, or you can decline it. It's a no obligation offer, so we'll go to work for you to get the best offer. And if we bring it back and it's not satisfactory to you, you don't have to accept it. We'll hopefully part ways on friendly terms and maybe could help you the next time if it didn't work out this time.
Okay. And so you told me about the interest rates. How long does it take for the approval process? Is it just, you were saying just a couple days?
Oh, well, if you get your documentation in tomorrow, if you get it in before noon, Sometimes we can get you an offer and get you funded same day. If it's after 12 p.m. Eastern time, and you get an offer back that same day, then we can typically have you the funds the next day. So it's a real quick turnaround. Usually the holdup is getting all the clients' documents together, but I told you it's very limited. There's 3 months bank statements, copy of a voided check, and a copy of your driver's license.
Okay, and how about my credit? Is this going to affect my credit?
No, great question. No, it is not. We do a soft FICO pull, and it will not impact your credit score.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Well, do you have anything else?
Well, you said that I'm making 60,000 a month, and if I'm looking for around 25, you said that shouldn't be a problem. Was there a general rule of thumb that you follow to determine what types of
There
offers?
is. Yeah, so I say it shouldn't be a problem because you've met our basic qualifications, our revenue, how much you're looking for, time in business, and you're operating through a business checking account. Typically, we're going to be able to get you qualified for between 75% of your highest or your lowest monthly revenue out of the past 3 months, all the way up to double 200%. So 75 or 3/4 of what you're doing in a month, up to double what you're doing in a month. But again, those numbers are going to be dependent on what the financials look like when our lenders take a look at your file, but just kind of giving you a general expectation there. So next thing for you to do is to get the application started, and Harlequin can send you her link, her business capital page. Have you already sent that over, Harlequin, or do you need to know if you want to do text, email?
She's already sent it over to me.
Okay, perfect. All right, so just get that application started, and the sooner you get that in and sooner get the paperwork in, the sooner we'll be able to get an answer back for you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the questions. And hey, I really hope that we can help you get what you're looking for so that you can do that add-on for your business.
Great. Thank you.
You bet. Good luck. Take care.
Right, bye.
All
Thank
right.
you, Ellen.
Again,
Appreciate your time.
awesome. Thank you, lady.
Can I make a couple of quick comments?
Yep, you're probably going to comment what I was going to, but go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Well, one is that was a Bank Breezy funding, not a gig funding. So on the gig funding where it's on, 3 to 15,000 a month, then there is a hard credit pull after you have accepted the offer. The other thing is Vivian King has a question asking if you have to have good business credit.
Nope, we don't do business credit. We do the business owner's personal credit score. So good question. All right. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. The opportunity is here again. I need a prospect who's interested in maybe the RX plan or interested in healthcare. Let's see what we can do on a role play with that one. Anybody want to volunteer to be the client and ask questions about one of those? I was telling Harlequin, I said, surely we're going to have somebody that has already had a conversation with a client and ran into some questions that they couldn't quite answer. And this is going to give them an opportunity to get those questions answered live tonight. But we have no takers on that.
I can't seem to get my hand raised.
Hey, you got your mic unmuted. That works too. Hey, Melody.
So I have a question, and it's a friend of mine. I'm still trying to get her to do the prescription program, so I'm going to kind of throw a couple things at you that she throws at me.
Okay. You want to do the role play on prescriptions?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so we'll do the intro again with Harlequin and Melody, and let's just say that you guys just met and started talking about the RX program, because I don't know that you and Harlequin have had long conversations. So I'm going to answer the phone. Good afternoon. This is Ellen.
Hey, Ellen, this is Harlequin. And I have a prospect for the pharmacy plan on the line. Do you have a moment to talk?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I have Melody on the line, and she's somebody that I've just met, and she and I were talking about the prescription plan, and she's spending over $20 a month, and is looking to save some money with the pharmacy plan, but she's got some questions, and I'm new to this program, and I don't know some of the answers that she's or answers to the questions that she's asking. But Melody, Ellen here is one of the top leaders in our company. She's been with the company for many years. And if anybody is going to know the answer to these questions, it's going to be Miss Ellen. So Ellen, I will let you go ahead and take it away.
Awesome. Awesome. Hey, Melody, how are you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Great. Thank you. Good to meet you. What questions do you have?
Well, I already have a prescription thing. I did go through GoodRx for a minute, and then I have another one that I pay like a monthly amount for or whatever. And so I'm just really trying to figure out if this is going to work, because I don't even know if I'm allowed to cancel my other subscription and, get onto this one.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't be able to answer the question about canceling your other program, but I can certainly, that would be for you to ask them, right? But I can certainly determine if your medications are covered on our plan. And if so, we can kind of look at some numbers to see what that cost savings would look like. Have you and Harlequin already done that?
No,
No, you've not?
no.
Okay. Do you mind sharing with me the name of the medication that you're taking,
Oh,
or
geez.
medications that are in question here as to whether it would be beneficial?
Well, I'll just make a couple up. My daughter-in-law take metformin,
Metformin. I know that one is covered.
and
Let me type it in for sure.
uh,
Hey guys, I'm on the RX website, and I guess I could go in here and do screen share. Let's do that so I can show y'all what I'm doing as we're talking. Okay, metformin, MET.
FORMIN.
Okay, and yeah, that's covered. We have 1,000 milligram, a 500 milligram, an 850, and then we have extended release, 24-hour extended release, 500 and 750. Does that fit one of the drugs?
yeah, and then the other one is lisinopril.
Okay, how do you
Um,
spell that?
LISINOPRIL.
Okay, got it. So guys, as y'all can see, I'm just typing in the first few letters of the drug and it automatically pulls it up here on the drug search. Okay, yeah, and lisinopril is covered as well. So both the metformin and lisinopril are included on our free formulary, Melody, which means if you subscribe to our $19.95 a month membership, then those two drugs would be free for you. We're going to send you our pharmacy would mail you a 90-day supply of each of those every 90 days. You continue on the membership, and then we have other medications that are available. Do you have anything else that you wanted me to check?
Yeah, I'm looking it up here really quickly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and with Melody saying that, guys, you're going to run into that. If somebody is wanting to do this comparison, they'll say, well, let me go get my bottle. Let me go get my this. And, it'll just be a real life conversation with them looking at the names of the medications that they're taking or looking at how
Okay.
much they're spending, right? Okay, go ahead, Melody.
It's PRO
Is it
PR. Yeah, P as in Paul. I'm sorry. PROPRANOLL 10 milligram tablets.
okay? Sure. That one's included on our free formulary as well.
Okay, so this one, let's try this one. V as in victory, Y, V as in victory, ANSE.
VYVANSE, Vyvanse.
Yeah.
No, that one is not on our free formulary. So that must be a newer drug that is still out there under a brand name.
Okay.
So that would not be included on the free formulary, but let me tell you how that works, okay? The first three drugs that we did check, those would be included for free with your membership. And then because you have a membership with us, you're going to receive a pharmacy benefits card, just like you would from your insurance carrier. And even though we're not going to give you those drugs for free, when you present that card at your local pharmacy, you're going to get a discounted price on that. And typically, we're seeing that our pricing is lower than what you're going to get through GoodRx. And in a lot of cases, it's going to be lower than what a pre-negotiated insurance rate is going to be. So you'll still see cost savings there at your local pharmacy. One other thing I'll mention, I'm not familiar with that particular drug or what it does, but we even have an in-house team of pharmacists that if there is a patient assistance program for a particular drug, our pharmacist can help you negotiate that and see if you might qualify for it to be able to save you even more or potentially get those drugs free, even if they're not on our free formulary. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
on the drugs that I just covered, that we just covered that are free on our plan, do you know how much you're spending on those each month?
Let me look here. The first one, the Pran, whatever that is 37.71. So that covers it right there and then. And
One. Yeah, absolutely.
so the other ones are, some lower than that, quite a bit lower than that. I don't have exact amounts on those ones, but now
Okay.
the Vyvanse is $100.
Uh-huh.
And so, don't want to go off script just for a second, but I do know I did cover this with my daughter-in-law because this is a narcotic because she has depression and stuff like that. And so we did call and talk to them, and they are helpful, saying that there are other medicines that can be used for this medicine, but you have to clear it with your doctor and stuff. So yeah. But
Yeah, absolutely. And
I mean, that's
if
a
that's
huge
the
savings.
case, yeah, and if that's the case, if there is a generic equivalent to a high-priced brand name drug, then our pharmacist could make that recommendation to your doctor and see if they could get you on one that's included in the free formulary, or at
Right.
least get you on something that's less than $100 a month.
Yeah. And I just got to check with my other prescription program though to make sure that they're going to let me quit doing that prescription program. So
Absolutely.
I would
Well, great.
see.
Well, I'm excited to know that we're going to be able to make an impact if you can cancel the other program and it not impact you financially. We're excited about what we're doing. Our company really started to help take the greed out of the prescription drug
Now,
market.
I did have Good RX for a minute. Now, Good RX would let me do my dog's prescriptions, at Myers, the store Myers. And
Mhm.
so, I do pay a lot of money for my dog's medications. And
Yeah,
so,
and know what those are, Melody, we can certainly look those up. As long as your veterinarian writes that prescription under your name, then you could get that filled through our platform. But if they write it in your pet's name, then it wouldn't be covered.
I guess I have the question with that is because animals are a lot smaller than people.
Mhm.
And so wouldn't they pick up on that maybe it's being given to a pet than, a person?
Yeah, no, and they really don't care whether it's a person or a pet. It would just need to be in the name of the member that
Okay.
is submitting the prescription for the medication.
Well, and the reason that I'm so picky about that is, and I'm sorry we're getting off script here. Many, 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 many years ago, I said, "Hey, wouldn't it be really cool to have insurance for dogs?" tried to talk to a lot of people and they all told me I'm crazy. Guess what? That's a big moneymaker right now is insurance for dogs. And so
Yeah.
I have been trying to get a hold of this RX company to have them have just a department for just the animals because again, my friend will pay for her dog's medications before she pays for anything for herself. And a lot of people are that way. And
Yeah.
so
And they will cover pet meds as long as the prescription is written to the person that has the membership, then they will fill it. If it's on the free formulary, they will fill it.
okay. Yeah, because I've been thinking about calling and talking to my vet. Well, I actually talked to the owner and he said to talk to his daughter because she took care of that stuff. Because when I took my dog to the vet, probably 50% of the people that were in the waiting room were there to pick up their medications. That would clear up their whole, walk-in space because people are standing there waiting on medications when they could have those delivered to their door. And it's cutting out all these people in their and they're getting, yeah, I mean, and the vets will get credit for those prescriptions or whatever, if they get their pets owners to sign up for the prescription program, so they're making a little side money as well as it's getting everybody out of their lobby,
Yeah, so you're talking about bringing the veterinarian on as an agent with us.
Yeah.
Which they could, but sounds like in that particular example that veterinarian is probably doing a markup on the drugs. They're buying them wholesale and selling them directly to the client. So, okay, well, let's get back to the script here of the role
Oh,
play.
okay.
Did you
Yeah.
have anything else on that conversation, Melody?
No, I just, like I said, it's a great, a great plan. You get to save a lot of money and everything. So I've been talking, you know, to and just going, okay, this is really good. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to contact my other company and I'm going to see if I can just go ahead and quit paying them my monthly and just start doing with this.
Awesome.
So
Well,
okay,
if you're ready to
yeah,
move forward with us, Harlequin will send you her link and can even help walk you through the enrollment online if you need help with that. Okay.
okay, sounds good.
Awesome. Well,
All
I
right.
appreciate your interest in our DAC flat fee RX, and I hope that it works out for you to be able to make your primary
Well,
prescription.
and I'll be telling my friends about it too because
There
I mean, there's so many people who think,
talk to you about that. We have a referral program that you might be interested in if you do
oh,
come on
really?
and talk to other people about it.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that, Melody. Thank you, Ellen. And
you bet.
um, since we're finished with that, Melody, I have a question for you. What type of a pharmacy plan is it that you're signed up with or that your friend signed up with?
I really don't know.
Okay, is she on Medicare or Yeah, is she on Medicare over 65?
Yeah, she's 70 something, but I
Okay.
don't know
And,
that it's through that because she goes through a lot of weird things. Like I said, she even did Good RX for a minute.
okay.
So,
The only reason why I make a comment on that, if somebody is on Medicare, you don't want them to drop their Medicare pharmacy plan
mhm,
because with Medicare, if you sign up for a pharmacy plan after you're 65 or if you cancel it, they end up charging you more. If you come back onto it, they
mhm,
charge you more to cover the time that you were off the plan. So like when people don't sign up for Medicare when they're 65,
mhm.
they will permanently have to pay a higher price whenever they do sign up.
Now,
So just something to keep in mind.
Harlequin,
Okay.
I know you and I have talked about that before, and you've shared that with me, but I would advise if I had a client saying that, I would advise the client to talk to the agent that they bought it from or talk to the company
Yeah.
that they bought it from, because those rules and what you just explained could potentially change or could have already changed. So I wouldn't want to steer someone in the wrong direction with an insurance product that they may be buying. Just for all of you and your protection as agents who aren't licensed, I would just point them back to finding out on their own because all we can really speak to ethically is what we offer here at DAC and what we're marketing. So,
Okay, and I'm quite, because I didn't know about the, refer a friend program or however that works. So how does that work as far as getting, like you said, tell your friends about it or something, and you can do something, or how
yeah,
does
we
that
have
work?
an affiliate program where you can sign up as an affiliate with us for free. And if you refer friends or family and somebody else subscribes to the membership, then they'll send you an affiliate commission every month as long as your friends stay on the prescription membership. And we also have a fundraising program too. So,
Okay. Yeah, because
all right.
now, now the affiliate program is not actually signing up with DAC, or is that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. The
Okay.
affiliate program is offered through DAC.
Hmm.
They become a DAC affiliate, and then they get the free websites and all of that. Now, let me clarify, Melody. Are you asking as an agent, or you're pretending that we're still doing the role play?
No, I'm asking as an agent because I didn't. Um, I'm still trying to figure that out in my head because I don't know if we're just talking about strictly the prescription program or all of DAC affiliate.
All of DAC. So, all
Okay.
right. So, agent conversation. When you sign up as DAC affiliate, and we're using the term affiliate now more than agent. It's the same
Okay.
thing. You get an agent ID or affiliate ID number, but we've transitioned to the term affiliate because that's a more common term today in team
Okay.
building. And there are a lot of affiliates that just like selling a product and moving it. So, when someone signs up as an affiliate with David Allen Capital, you have your funding pages that we've had from day one, and you also have your DAC healthcare suite of services, which is your healthcare for individuals, healthcare for groups, and the flat fee RX. And under that umbrella of services, we also have the fundraising platform, the fundraising portal. And Harlequin, I'm sorry, David talked about that today. I was driving when I was listening on the Zoom. Where do we find that? He said it's on the website, but I'm not seeing that. Do you know where the link is without having to go directly to the link that he put on there? I know it's dachealthcare.com/fundraising, but is there a link on the website?
Or, I'm sorry, somebody was messaging me. The link for what?
The fundraising page without, is there a link from our healthcare page over to that?
I don't believe so because I think they didn't want people to go directly, I think it's
Yeah,
just the dachealthcare.com
forward,
/fundraising
yeah, fundraiser.
or fundraiser. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I hadn't checked it.
I'll go over
No,
there.
part of what he was talking about was the nonprofits will have a separate agent resource center for, or resource center for
Right.
marketing materials and stuff like that, that does not have all of the funding and all that other stuff on there. It just has the pharmacy plan.
Okay. So here's the fundraising page, guys. It's just dachealthcare.com /fundraiser /your ID number. So if you have an organization that wants to become a fundraising group, then they're going to have a page that looks very much like our regular page. It doesn't have any of the other links. It doesn't link through to anything else here. It's strictly the RX platform with disclaimers at the bottom of the page, our privacy policy, terms and conditions, and that this is a DAC healthcare product. So it's got the videos and 2 videos, and it says get started as a fundraiser. Join fundraiser now. They can watch the videos, learn more about the program, and if they sign up as a fundraiser, they're going to have a tax ID number to be eligible for this. And this is typically a nonprofit organization. We've talked about, the question's been asked, if Bobby is playing baseball on a community team and his community team is wanting to do a fundraiser, then the only way that that ball team would be able to do this is if they had someone that was going to use a tax ID number, or if they had a nonprofit status with a tax ID number. Typically, you're going to see nonprofits, churches, and those type of entities that are already registered with a federal ID number for a 501c3 or a 501(6). I think our chamber is a 501(6) or a C6. So you'll see those, but they got to have a tax ID to actually be able to register as a fundraiser. Then they'll get those unique pages. Okay. So I wanted to show you that real quick. And one more thing, let's go to the Agent Resource Center. Show you a couple of pages there that are available for you. And we didn't have to do a healthcare. We just did a healthcare, and I posted that. So we've already done a healthcare role play, which is great. Yeah, I posted that in the 1550 group, and I sent it out by email as well. So stop screen share. I'm going to go to the Agent Resource Center.
Can I ask a couple of clarifying questions when you're done?
Yeah, go ahead while I'm pulling up the screen if you like.
For the pets, if the prescription is written in the person's name, they only need a individual membership, correct?
Yes.
If it's
Correct.
written in the pet's name, do they need a family membership?
No, my niece actually signed up asking about that, and they're not an individual, so they're going to need a tax ID and all of that to be eligible to sign up, which you wouldn't have that for a pet.
No. Okay. If I've got a pet and I sign up as an individual member and the doctor writes the prescription in the pet's name.
Yeah, it's not going to work because that pet doesn't have a social security number, because the pharmacy needs a social security number for.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. You said pharmacy card. Is that a physical card or is it just one you download?
Yeah, it's digital. They're going to be able to log in to their member portal. They'll get an email the next business day after they sign up. And in that member portal, there is a digital card that they can download, print it out, and have that available to present to the pharmacy.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks for the question. All right. And I don't see that flyer yet. There it is. Let me go back to screen share real quick. All right. So I'm in the Agent Resource Center, and I'm on the Healthcare Division Flat Fee RX page. And here you'll see the fundraising flyer. Okay. Talk about your fundraising efforts. And then we also have a client acquisition script. There is an email that I sent out by team email over the weekend that shows what you'll receive as a referring agent and what your client will receive. We're going to be doing a detailed training on how the fundraising program works as soon as we have all of the collateral material. David was going to do that today, and he didn't have time to pull everything together to make that work.
Ellen, can you pull that back up again? I was going to point something out.
Okay. What are we looking at?
Okay, if you can scroll up a little bit to one of the marketing materials.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you notice where it says the Flat Fee RX Flyer 2, it has the Pro Shop order page. You can download, that will go to Vistaprint. Download PDF is going to go download the PDF so you can customize it yourself. And then we still have the Canva template link. I spoke with David earlier today. They may be dropping that Canva template, but you can still download it and as a PDF and modify it. But yeah, if you're wanting to have it printed, you can go to Vistaprint and order you can order up to 20,000 flyers at a time.
Nice.
So yeah. But when I asked him earlier today, he said that they may be dropping the Canva just because it might get too confusing for people.
It already is. All right, let's see how this works. It's automatically populating my information down here. I'm going to do test, agent ID, and then QR code. Upload new image. What is that? How does that QR code work?
Yeah, I haven't done that one yet.
Maybe it's going to pull from my website. I don't know. I haven't either. I'll have to play with that and see. But yeah, that's great. And then you can get those cards ordered quickly and not have to try to figure out if you're going to do that with your local printer or not. So good stuff. All right, guys. Well, we've gone a little bit long tonight, but I really appreciate the interaction. Pam, appreciate you participating. Harlequin, great job as always. And Melody, appreciate you participating. Your questions, Greg. Anybody else before we wrap up with any pressing questions? Again, tomorrow at 11:30, we're going to have some discussion on healthcare, I believe. David's got some other things that he may cover as well.
Yeah, he said Jake is definitely going to be on tomorrow.
Okay.
It will be the last time for a little while.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that because I had some communication after our meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you much for being here. Thanks for investing your time in your business here with DAC. We appreciate you all. We look forward to helping you any way we can. And thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Thanks. Have